Hey guys, welcome back to another video, or welcome to the channel if you're new. For this one, we are going to finally recreate Maleficent after I've been asked a few times. I think it's the most requested villain that I've had, to be honest. And since it has actually also been drawn for me as a request for the cover creation challenge that I sent out a while ago, we're going to finally tackle it for this one. But if you are interested in seeing how this goes and how my little arts and crafts projects went from creating the horns, stay tuned and let's dive in. Boop. As you guys can see, I've already gone ahead and actually done my foundation and created a base. I did use my Kat Von D foundation just to kind of pale out the complexion a little bit, because for the contour and whatnot, I'm going to go in and use some fun colors, and I really want them to pop against a pale complexion. And I also am trying some different things with the camera settings to see if maybe, we hope, they will finally stop bleaching it out. I think I figured it out, but we're going to see. I don't know. So here's hoping that problem's solved. So for the brows, I'm just going to do kind of like my normal ones, but I'm going to arch them up quite a bit more, or I'm going to try to. We'll see how it goes. It's me and brows, and well, we all know how that goes. So I am going to do them off camera, since I'm going to do a sort of, how do I want to describe it? The image I have in my head is not quite a full recreation of her character, but a pseudo modern day version. Does that make any sense? You'll see though when I'm done. So I am going to do my brows, like I said. So for the fun part, because I really don't want to bore you with how I do my brows. I'm not a good example of how to do brows, as you can tell. Okay, so to get into the eye look that I want to do for this, obviously I don't have yellow eyes, so we're going to do yellow eyeshadow instead, and I'm going to use a combination of palettes to do this look. It's literally my forever go-to, the James Charles Morphe collab palette, and then obviously my Jawbreaker palette, because there's a lot of like greens and purples and yellows and everything in both of these. And that's what we're going to use today. Specifically for the eyes, I'm going to use yellow. So that's like accented, but I want to do greens and purples because I don't have any purple clothes to do her robe. Just I don't have that option. So instead, we're going to do some kind of like purple something. And I'm going to paint my neck because her dragon thing. And I'm going to try to do this faster today. I'm always trying to do it faster, but we're going to see if I can accomplish it. So obviously just going to go in and prime my eyes with my also forever go-to Max Painterly Paint Pot. Now, you probably already guessed by now, but obviously I am basing this look off of the animated version, not the real version, because in all honesty, I haven't watched the real version or the live action. Yeah. What are the colors called? Instant regret doing that. To start off with the eye look, I'm going to use two shades from the James Charles Morphe palette, which is going to be the shade Tune, which is like this pale yellow right here, and then the shade B is obviously your brighter shade. And then for the center of the eye, I believe, I'm going to hop over here and use the shade Lemon Drop, which is like a shimmery pop. I've really come to use like a thing to just describe a lot that I do. I'm sorry. I don't think that's helpful for absolutely anyone involved. So, start out, I am going to grab my JS9 and I'm going to dip into the shade Tune first. I'm just going to pop that kind of like under my brow. The other thing, in terms of brows, for everyone out there who like me, chooses not to shave off the ends of their brows. I don't have the kind of dedication to draw my eyebrows every single day. That is way more dedication than I can possibly ever muster. And I say ever as if I haven't done it before, but I have, and it was a really bad time. Don't ever look at photos of me when I did that, please. Actually, I don't think they're are photos of when I used to do that. I hope not. Like, I really hope there isn't. On the note of Maleficent, who has actually, like, watched it? Like, I've heard that it's a good movie. Pretty sure Ryan told me that it's a good movie, but I've not had a great experience with the live action Disney movies. So, sound off below. Is it worth watching? Someone tell me. And please don't tell me yes and then make it so I'm disappointed. Don't lie to me. Disappointed in Aladdin. Mulan is doing weird stuff with that, even if it does look like it's going to be a badass movie, but they're removing characters that I don't think they should have removed. I won't get into it. Let's talk. Talk and work. So I'm just going to pick up the cat hair. Gotta pick up the cat hair, like always, because that's my life. I'm going to pick up the JS10 in all reality, which is just the flat brush, like that. And I'm going to grab the shade B, and I'm going to pack that onto the lid. That's very, very patchy. Okay. I swear, yellow has got to be one of, like, the hardest colors to make not patchy. Like, this builds up. This one's not too bad, but I find, like, it never holds the real color, I guess. Like, the color on the lid is not the color in the pan. It sort of is. And I mean, maybe if you have, like, a paler base, maybe you would get, like, a more true color. Realistically, in camera, it looks a lot more yellow than what it does in real life. So I suppose that's a win. I find yellows always end up with, like, this crazy, like, almost orange tinge to them. Again, I suspect it's just from putting it over, like, you know, skin tone. Or like whatever color your primer is. Like, you put any color over white and you get like the true color, but I'm not priming my eyelids white. That's not. So I'm not bringing that out or anything. I'm concentrating all of this directly onto the lid, mainly because it's representing her like eye, and we're not doing anything like crazy right now. So I'm going to grab the shade Lemon Drop, and I'm just going to put that on my finger and pat that into, I almost dropped the mirror, okay. I'm gonna pat that into the lid, onto the lid, not into the lid. You know what? No. You know what I'm trying to say. That's just gonna give us a fun little shimmer. I'm permanently paranoid about this camera now. After the last video where it bleached me out like 300 times, I don't want to go from here. What do I want to do from now? For now. What? From here? The fun thing about doing the Disney villains and just cartoons, basically, in general, but they have the easiest eye looks ever, or like easy to mimic, I suppose. But I am, since she is a villain, we're going to go in and do like a nice like dark wing. I'm going to darken up my eye, I'm going to darken up my waterline. That's what that was supposed to say. I don't know if this camera has the capability of me like locking the exposure. Like, it does. It has the button I need to lock the exposure, but you have to hold the button. Like, I can't film and hold the button. Why can't you push the button and it stays locked? Nikon, figure it out. I'm kidding. There's probably, like, more expensive cameras that actually do that, but I've had this camera for a long time. No! We are going to create a really dark, smoky eye and a wing. And by that I mean I'm going to smoke out my bottom lid because I screwed up already. Like, it's a really simple eye look. I twitch because I drink too much coffee. Like, I've always drank a lot of caffeine, don't get me wrong, but I've somehow accomplished upping my caffeine game. So, because I'm going to smoke out this bottom lid now that I've done this, I'm going to just grab the JS12, which is this one right here, and I'm going to dip into the shade Spooky, which is, it's just a black, from the James Charles palette. And I'm going to go under my eye and just like smoke out that eyeliner mess that I just made. This is going to look less crazy when I put the wing on it, by the way. I promise. This will get better. I have a plan. Not that I typically follow my own plans, as we've discovered. I definitely have a Disney playlist going in the background right now. It's like, I cannot sit here and recreate a Disney villain without having like all of the Disney songs going in the background. Like, I feel like I'm like betraying it if I don't. I can't get in the zone. I do not wear yellow makeup. Or yellow in general. Aside from that one look I did. Okay. Lana. As I keep saying, and everything. I cannot hold up a mirror and do liner. Not well, not quickly. It's a whole thing I've been working on, but I'm not going to waste your time. So, I will be back with liner and lashes. So, obviously put on like a pretty big wing, and I did use everything I use is like a go-to. So I used the Sephora Lash Stories collection, and these are the ones Sahara. I just kind of focused them more towards the outside corners of my eyes, so that it kind of creates that like swoop effect to the outer corner. It was just something I did. I did that. That's what I did. Okay. So, to continue on, we're going to get into more fun stuff. So, since my wardrobe is lacking in the color department, and I don't have anything with like a purple collar that I could possibly make this like actually stick out and dot on there with the background. Oh well, here we are. Maybe one day I won't use a black background, but I kind of enjoy the contrast right now. So, here we are. Anyway, so instead of that, I am going to instead one more time. I am going to do some like purple and green contour and do some like fun things that I kind of have going through my mind right now. But I'm going to do the darker contour for like places that I really would want to accent and like sharpen the lines up in purple, and then I'm going to do some like other stuff with green. I don't know. Anyway, this was just kind of my thought process on it. So I think I'm going to start with the shade Single, which is a light purple in the in the James Charles Morphe palette, and like build it up and put in the shade Escape, which is the dark purple that I'm always using. And I am going to use my like contour brush for this, and we're going to see how it goes and if I can like accomplish not dipping this into the other shades around it. I'll just watch purple go everywhere. That actually worked really well, to be honest. I don't want to use too much purple on the face because, I mean, her complexion is green. But I have to incorporate the purple somehow, I feel. Just because it's literally her wardrobe opposed to her awesome green flames. Blech. We are starting into this whole not being able to talk thing real bad now. These little baby hairs just are perpetually in the way. The other thing I could have done is probably use this as like the blush, maybe. That could have been a other way I could have went with it. But we're here now. We'll see what happens. I have gained like a paranoia of doing anything but like stippling onto my nose because the product slips there so bad. Like one day maybe I'll find a primer that doesn't make the product do that, but that day is not today. I think with the green, how am I going to do this? Oh, this brush. Thankfully I have two powder brushes. So I'm going to take a different brush and I'm going to dip into the shade Daddy, which is the like, again I did that, the darker green. I'm going to use that for like, I don't know. I'm going to do it with something. I'm just making this up as I go along. More or less, I'm just using it as like other versions of contour, maybe like bronzer instead, except green. It dawned on me that I don't really need to worry too much about my forehead. So we're gonna bring this color down a little bit extra, because the headpiece. I've spent so long working on that, and then there's me being like, oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that I have. I really want to add green right here, though. I just really want to accent green right here. I can live with it. I can definitely say that Maleficent is one of my favorite Disney villains, despite the fact that Sleeping Beauty really is not a go-to of mine. But if you know me, this shouldn't be too surprising because dragons. That's all I have to say. It's just dragon. Always loved her for that aspect. I think I'm going to like tie this like green and purple thing together. Like really like create a look. Yeah, that ties it in better. Yes. What are your thoughts on Sleeping Beauty? Let's get into it. Or just better question. What's your favorite like Disney movie? What's your go-to? Mine, by far, is Mulan. It was just my go-to. I've watched it like 300 times. I'm pretty sure I can quote the movie like off by heart. That's my go-to. What is yours? I really need to blend this stuff together more. I put the purple in and I'm like, I'm gonna blend it all together. Like there's definitely purple accents now. It's not the purple. The green is more Maleficent. We're working with it. We're doing it. And we're continuing the fact that I cannot talk and do this all at once. That did not have enough color. Speaking of Mulan, there's another song that's popping on. This is what happens when you change your mind about things. I wanted to incorporate the purple, and then I decided against it. I did not want to blend. Blend, I say, blend. I don't want to go anything like too crazy. Like, I don't want it too crazy there. Just want it like tinged green. I want to angle this though. She's got a lot of sharp features. So let's try and like, boom, bring that down. Yes. All right. Well, kind of feel like I put like a bright green, for brush. And the bright green is the shade Social Blade as well. I can live with it. I'm going to pick up the shade Artistry, which is like a really shimmery purple. I'm going to try to. I'm going to attempt to use this as like a highlight. Yeah? It actually worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. I have a really hard time getting that shade to actually like do anything. And I don't know why. Like it's really, really hard packed in the palette. And I don't know if it's just a lack of me being able to pick it up onto the brush. Yeah, I like the purple highlight, to be honest. It's kind of fun. Yeah. I can live with it. I have a green face. Yay. Do a lot of weird things. I don't know where my lipstick is. So, thankfully, I've got like a little tester for a red that's from Sugar. It's called Smudge Me Not Liquid Lipstick Mini. She's got a bright red lip. You know, like every Disney, everything. That is not the mirror. That is not it. Nightmare of lip rings and lipstick again. What's with Disney and just like red lip and like the weirdest color combinations? Using my Graftopian Pro Paints, I'm just going to like black out this whole thing. And then I'm going to paint like some white lines over it. Just because, well, if you've seen her, you know. This is how I become a floating head on camera. That's what this is going to do. On the plus side, at least this is the same color as my outfit. Not going to be like this whole dress situation that I was going to get red paint all over. I have like a ton of ideas coming up in the future for like a lot of face painting extravaganza. This is what I'd look like if I had a blackout tattoo on my neck. Like I said, I'm going to become a floating head here very quickly. If I keep doing stuff like this, I'm going to have to change the black background. For the upcoming projects, once I get through these creation challenges, or recreation I suppose, you guys should definitely let me know what your like favorite video game characters are, or like movie characters, anime preferably. Don't get anything too complicated, because then I'm gonna, well, I mean, if you want to get complicated, we can see how much I fail again, because as we learned in the last video, I failed really hard. But I have plans for recreating a gas mask for Code Vein for all of my Dark Souls fans out there. Code Vein, do it up. It's like an easier version of Dark Souls. It's a lot less rage-inducing. Until you get, like, up there. There's definitely some boss fights there that, like, no spoilers, obviously, but let me assure you, You will. You will rage. Unless you're like a gaming god. But I'm not. I am not a gaming god. I'm a wannabe gaming god. Goddess, whatever. I would love to do a bunch of like recreations. I definitely want to do like half-face stuff. So especially if there's characters that have like masks and whatnot, go through and like see if I can paint them on. Also, we're learning that the black covers tattoos, by the way. I don't really want to get paint on the shirt, but I know what's going to happen. Like I can feel it sticking and it's not a good feeling. I'm going to have to paint more on that side. I have to go further back on that side. On my neck because it looks really weird every time I turn. Every time I black something out, I'm like, I need way more tattoos. Like every time I do this, I'm like, yes, I need this. I mean, I don't need blackout. Maybe some. But not like this, not blackout, no. I definitely have plans for a chest tattoo. If I ever get money for that, because I don't go to cheap tattoo artists. And if you're questioning my arms, those are me. I did those to myself. To myself? There's more than one of me, apparently. This side. I'm like painting backwards on the wrong side. I like figured it out and then I completely erased what I was talking, or like erased my own like memory. I thought my bathtub paid me last time. Good enough. Good enough for black. I chose something a lot easier to do with body paint this time. I don't have to do spider webs that show my tattoos. I'll cover my tattoo with foundation next time. Although paint does go over foundation better, I'm finding that out. Let's see if I can get this white to go over. Let's see if I can do a straight line like this, because I do not know if I can accomplish this. Where does it start? I don't know. We're just going to make it up. We're going to say here. Uh-oh. This is where we get to resume proper audio. Alright, well that was annoying. Nothing like a computer dying with no warning and making you lose everything. Or at least since you last save, which you don't even normally do. So I mean, at least I didn't lose everything. Just a very large part of proper audio. So here's hoping that I can edit it and it didn't sound too terrible for the past probably 5-10 minutes of the video. Technology and I we don't get along, okay? We hate each other, apparently. We've got technical problems in every aspect. Every time. Every damn time. Topical. Angry. Stupid. Stupid. There's such like a special place in hell for technology sometimes. Does anyone else have like the worst possible luck with technology ever? Is it just me? Like no matter what. I fixed like the exposure thing for the most part. It's hit or miss. But it doesn't like completely take out everything. Just to like have something really stupid happen with the laptop. It's my own fault. I should have just plugged it in. But most things give a damn warning. No warning for this. Just shuts off. And doesn't even go into sleep mode like my old laptop did. Literally shut right off. So annoying. This is how I get white paint on my collar. Both collars. Oh, did I just really giggle at that? You know, when you're around people who make puns perpetually to the point where you think of puns and then you're like, you giggle to yourself and then you kind of hate yourself because you made a pun? My life, Ryan. Matt, you two and your damn puns. That line was a lot better before I touched it. Alright, how do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to just like, do I want to arch it? Do I want it straight? A little bit of an arch? I don't know. Realistically, it doesn't even go down this far because her collar is like higher. We're working with it. Freya. No. Get out of there. Cats, man. What is the most annoying thing that your cat does? Tell me. Let me know. Most annoying thing my cat does is open the cupboards. She never used to. There's another cat who taught her how to do it. Now she does it literally just to annoy me. Which is the other thing. Is she does stuff just to annoy me. It's like, oh, I see that you are home and you're not paying attention to me. Well, I am awake and I need the attention. Well, let me do all of these things that I know that I'm not supposed to do until you give me attention. But then you're like, but I don't want to reward you because you're being bad. And if I reward you, you're going to keep doing it. It's a perpetual cycle. There's nothing. You can't give negative enforcement to cats. It just makes everything worse. You're like trying to distract her with other things, and I love her, but she's annoying. Can't even see what I'm doing because I lean forward too much. I'm so annoyed about that audio. Like, ooh, outrageously mad. Oh, growl. This is this portion of the look. Now for the ridiculous part. I am gonna disappear and put on the nonsense that is going to be involved. And you'll see my arts and crafts project that is hateful. I hate it so much, but I did it for this video. I am not an arts and crafts person. Well, art, yes. Craft, no. No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Alright, I'll be right back. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, regardless of however this actually looks. Yeah. I'm not good at crafts, so, we're here. It exists. I am happy with how all this makeup turned out. I think the green little highlights and, like, the purple, or sorry, the green contour and the purple highlights I actually do like quite a bit. The yellow works quite well with it regardless. I'm still not... the Disney and the red lips and the color schemes, it looks good on them. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. Alright, but that's it for this video. For all of you who had requested Maleficent, hopefully you are satisfied with this. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!